Hello and welcome to another video on this channel. You might be wondering why you see my empty NYA Evo medium ICU here in the video. We're gonna fill it in a second because I'm currently packing for my upcoming Morocco travels. And yeah, I want to show you how I pack, what I bring on a typical photo travel. I usually start here with the medium ICU, which will contain everything that I have to bring in hand luggage. So stuff I cannot give the airline because on my last travel, my luggage was lost for the whole week. So I got it just the day before I traveled back to Germany. So it's important to have all the expensive camera gear always with me. So let's just start to fill it. And also I'll have links to everything, every gear in the description below. So let's just start here on the right side with the Canon RF 100-500. So this lens, I just bought it a few months ago and it just opens up a lot of new possibilities for me. Zooming in, especially the dunes in Morocco, are a perfect subject to experiment with some longer shots. Right next to it, I have space for this here. It's a 2 terabyte hard disk, which I use for backing up my photos. So typically, I directly copy the photos from the camera onto a SanDisk Extreme drive, also 2 terabytes. This is also what I connect when I view those photos with Lightroom. But during travels, I also back it up regularly to this drive. So I have 2 copies on 2 hard drives. And then also I keep it on the SD cards and the CF card. So in total, I usually have 4 copies of my photos with me. Now down here, this tiny space, this is where I fit another new lens, the Canon RF 50mm pancake lens. I bought this one to fill the gap between my wide angle lens and this one here. So with 50mm, I have the medium range covered, and this lens is not very expensive, costs less than 200 euros, I think. And the quality also isn't so good if you shoot wide open. So for street photography, you should at least stop it down to 2.8, and it's a maximum 1.8 lens. But if you stop it down to 8, to f8 or f9.5, it's very sharp. It's a good lens for landscape photography actually. And yeah, maybe I'll have a review for it in the future. So this goes in here. Then this whole space here will hold my Canon R5 with the lens I'm filming on, the Canon RF 1535. So I won't put it in here, but it nicely fits in this space. Now let's continue on the left side. And what we have here is the Moment Power 99 watt-hour battery. So this one, especially when I'm traveling to the desert, will give me power for my laptop. So it's fully charged. And yeah, it's just a beast because it has a USB-C output, 60 watts. So it's enough to power my laptop. So it goes in here. Right next to it, I put this little pouch here, which contains the GoPro and the DJI mic. So I don't bring the complete case with the receiver. I just bring one of the DJI transmitters, so the small microphones. It's fully loaded, usually works for 10 to 15 hours. And yeah, it's enough for a typical travel. So this pouch goes in here. And then we have the Canon RP. It's just as a backup in case something happens with my R5. It's always good to bring a second body. So typically when I travel with my girlfriend, she will have this camera. But yeah, this travel I'm doing it alone because of the photo tour I'm leading. So I have to also fit it in here. So it goes in here. Then we have a through night flashlight, which fits in up here at the top. And yeah, you see, it's slowly beginning to fill. Typically, I also put a lens cloth, a big one here. So that's a bamboo cloth. It's really big, and this one is better than the typical microfiber cloth if you shoot at the coast. Because, yeah, first of all, it's much bigger, and also it produces less smears on the lens. So I usually put this in here. And on top of it, my pouch with batteries. So in here we have 3 additional batteries for the Canon R5, 1 additional battery for the RP, and then 1 additional battery for the GoPro. Yeah, and then this is it for now. Typically what I would put in here are my Kase filters, but those won't fit anymore if I don't bring the RP. So if my girlfriend carries it, this is where I put those filters, but they will now go just into the top compartment, or I'll just put it on the belt when I board the airplane, because yeah, I just want to save some weight, because this here, as it is, already weighs with the camera around 6 kilograms. Now on it, I put the cover. And that's important for the case that they won't let me board with a complete backpack. Then I can just use this here and bring this with me on the plane. Or if I need to put something under the seat in front of me, that's nicely packed up. Now let's continue with the second little bag here. This one, I have those here in several sizes, and this one goes into the top compartment, and it's where I pack cables and yeah, the chargers. So let's just see what goes in here. So first of all, I bought this awesome U-Green charger here. So here it has 3 USB-C, 1 USB-A, and each of those can output 60 watts. So this thing is all I need to charge cell phones. Even my Dell XPS works. I mean, the Dell XPS will always complain that the charger is too slow, but to be honest, it seldom draws more than 40 watts. So it's totally sufficient. So I just need this and not the big power brick that comes with the Dell XPS. So I put this one, and what I love about it is most of them directly come with the plugs, so I have to plug them in the wall, and they are heavy, and some wall outlets when you travel, they are not very stable. So what's better is this one here just uses a cable, and I bring this one, it's 1 meter, so I can put it somewhere, usually if the plugs are somewhere behind the bed or yeah, not close to a table, then I can use this one. Then I also have this very long USB-C cable. I think this is also more than 1 meter. It's from Anker. It's very robust, rubberized. And yeah, I use this then together with this. So I have a long cable, then the charger, and then another long cable if I want to use my Dell XPS while charging. It's always good to have some long cable. Then I have the GoPro charger, which fits in here. And then I have an USB charger for my Canon. So this one is great because I can also connect it to the Moment battery. And this goes up here. And then I just have a lot of cables, or actually not too many. So micro USB, another short micro USB, then USB cable for the hard drive with a USB-C adapter, short USB-C cable in addition to the long one if I want to charge my cell phone, some tools which I need for a tripod, and some other small screws, and another USB-A to USB-C adapter if I need it. Then some replacements for my headphones. And yeah, that's actually it. I also sometimes fit an additional plug for my cell phone, a small one in here, but this one is currently still in use. Yeah, and it's nice and compact and goes into the top of my camera bag. Now bag number 3, it's the bigger one, which goes not into my hand luggage. This will contain stuff I have to check at the airport. So last time it didn't arrive, so wasn't so nice, but yeah, you'll see what goes in here now. So let's start at the bottom compartment. And yeah, first I have a toothbrush and another lens cloth. This one here, if I need to clean the tripod, I usually use this. It goes up here. I love those pouches because, yeah, they really have many little bags. It's nice to organize your stuff a bit. Let's just close this. Okay, so next we have here from Anker. It's a little USB hub, which also contains an SD card, a micro SD card reader. I have this with me just in case if the reader on the Dell XPS might fail. So it's always good to have some redundancy. It goes in here. Then here's the original charger for the Canon R5 batteries. I also bring this one, again, redundancy. Then I have a USB charger for the Canon RP. I only bring this one in this luggage because I hope I won't need it, because I hope I won't need the RP. Then here is a little holder which I use to hold an umbrella in case I need it for photography. I have a video on how I make use of it. I can link this in the description. And also here for the GoPro, it's just what I use when I mount it on a tripod. For the GoPro, I actually only use this little tripod just for vlogging. And this very lightweight fits in here. Then I bring a headlamp. In addition to the flashlight I have with me on the plane. Then a little Swiss Army knife and duct tape. Down here, this is where the head of the tripod goes, because both the tripod and the ball head I unfortunately cannot bring with me as hand luggage. It's just too much. And yeah, hopefully this time my luggage will arrive. So here, this is where the ball head will fit. Then we have another normal cable, a very long one. Again, redundancy. Goes in here. Up here we have a little lens cleaner tool, little brush and stuff, so it's good to have this. This is another mount for the GoPro, also put it here. And then also the rocket blower. I have this for like more than 10 years and it's quite useful, especially in sandy environment. So that's all that goes into this compartment. So let's close this up. I have to press a bit. Now here at the top, this is for additional cables. First of all, we have some extenders for, this is for my cable release, and I forgot to mention the cable release is in the pouch together with the GoPro and the DJI mic. So it's already in the main bag. I put those here. Then I have some Gitzo grease. If I have to clean my tripod, I need those. This here is the Leofoto mini tool that comes with a tripod. It's quite helpful if I have to tighten some of the legs at the tripod. So I'm gonna put it here. Then I have a tiny lens cloth, so can never have enough lens cloths. Some additional towels for my glasses. So just some little wipes, actually, not towels. This here is a charger for the battery that goes into the headlamp. So it charges lithium-ion batteries. It's very lightweight, very cheap. But yeah, it works now for 6 years. In here, some more tools and the spikes for my tripod. And that's just a lighter tool if I have to light a fire. Always good to have this, just in case. And you see this is actually quite stuffed, but I can still close it. So very compact and yeah, a nice module which I can put into the main bag, and there's also where I put the tripod. And we're not done yet. So what's this here? It's not a book. It's a portable solar panel from Anker, which I'm gonna bring into the desert because, yeah, what better place to charge your gear with solar than the desert. So there will also be a review I'll do for this, but this one here, if completely unfolded, can give you in ideal conditions a total of 30 watts of charge, which is quite nice. So I can charge with the little adapter at the top. Let me show you. So we have two plugs here, and I could charge my cell phone plus the batteries for my camera both at once. So as I said, I'll do a review and see how this actually works. Currently I just know the specs and the theoretical values I can get from it. So yeah, gonna see how this works, and this goes also into my main luggage. And finally, yet another bag which I bring in hand luggage. This one here will hold my Dell XPS. Here in the front, this is another lens cloth. Yeah, I love those. I put in the SD drive. So currently I'm using my notebook, which is why I won't pack it now. Also put a mouse in here, and this here then goes into this very lightweight pouch, and together I fit them in the front of the Fjord 60C from NY-Evo. And for this I actually have a separate video which I'll link. So this is the most versatile way of traveling with heavy hand luggage I found till now, because I will usually then put this under my jacket if there ever is a problem with the weight of my camera gear, because if I put in here the laptop with some stuff, I can put like 3 kilos in here, and those will then not be part of my man baggage. And I can usually even officially bring 2 bags onto Lufthansa flights, or yeah, most of the airlines allow actually a big bag which weighs at a max 8 kilograms. And then you can usually bring a tiny hand pouch, and this usually fits the size. So yeah, this is a nice way to distribute weight. And yeah, make sure to watch the video where I show how everything fits into my main camera bag. So I hope you found this video interesting. If so, yeah, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Also, if you see that I forgot something essential, let me know. I still have a few days, so that I don't forget anything. Yeah, and see you in the next video. Bye.